What's up, guys? Welcome back to Clunker Revival. So happy to share that we've picked up a new project. And look at this beauty. 2005 Kawasaki Ninja 250. So what makes this one a clunker? Well, you can see it's missing several body panels. It looks like it's been in a wreck. It hasn't run for a while. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. It was in somebody's yard. It looked like it had been given up on. It doesn't run. And you can see the front fender here. It's been in a wreck. We'll see the other body panels here in a second that are in pretty bad shape. But what's interesting about this project is it only has 8,000 miles. Somebody gave up on this bike after 8,000 miles. So obviously it needs a new front fender. That can't really be fixed. But if we look at the other body panels, they're not in much better shape. It's pretty sad, really. First, the headlight panel. It's got a major crack in the front. That needs to be repaired. We need to splice in a piece there. And then on the left side, it's just all garbage. There's just a crack there. It's missing a huge piece at the top. And these panels are super hard to find. We're going to have to fix this thing. There's a chunk missing. There's all kinds of spots where the screw holes are either in bad shape or need to be repaired. The whole panel is garbage. Now onto the lower balance. It's not as bad, but there's a major chunk missing we'll get to in a second. But on the front, where the grill goes in, it's cracked in half. We'll have to fix that. And then on the lower balance, on the left side, there's a major piece missing. You can see in the eyelet hole, it's gone. So where it screws onto the upper balance, we'll have to make a new one. This is going to be hard. I'm so worried about this panel in itself. But we'll fix it. So here's the good news. We picked up this clunker for a whopping $400 off of Facebook Marketplace, and she only has 8,000 miles on the ticker. So if we can get her back together, she'll have lots of life for years to come. So first up, let's take a look at the gas tank and see what kind of gas is in there. I had told Jeff kind of candidly I thought it was full of water, as when I found the bike it was sitting outside and it didn't look good. So let's start by seeing what kind of gas is in there and go from there. Oh my God. It must have been sitting out somewhere. Yep. Covered in snow. Probably why the tank's rusted in there. Good thing we started there. Is there gas in there?
That's gas now.
It's gas now. It just had water at the bottom. Yep.
You see how it's separated?
Yeah. So gas would stay at the top and water would pull to the bottom.
Yep.
And that's what clogged the tank, essentially. Yeah, it's pure gas now.
So, and how the petcock works, it's got that standoff, so when you're on the on setting, it's pulling fuel from this level.
Say that again?
On.
Yep.
It's got a tube up in here that only lets it pull fuel from, let's say, 2 inches up.
Okay.
And that reserves another, gallon in the bottom.
Yeah.
And so when you put it on reserve, it's pulling from the very lowest point.
So the water would be at the very lowest point.
So we might get more water out of the reserve here.
It's plugged up.
So let's...
Oh yeah, look at all that water. Kid did have it sitting outside. So the bike was sitting outside. Probably got snowed on for a year and a half. Kind of sad though. The bike only has 8,000 miles. Oh man. Yeah, the reserve is just full.
There's something not good in there.
Get a little better. As my good buddy Jeff explained, the lowest point of the tank was the reserve. The reserve is about a gallon, and it was all filled with water. Nothing you can really do here but try to drain out as much as you can, let it air dry, and hope for the best. Obviously, our reserve tank was filled with water, so it did take some doing, but we got all the water out. Finally, we took the tank off the bike, took the pet cup off, tried to get out as much water, old gas, anything we could get out of the tank. We blew air through it, make sure it wasn't clogged anymore. Just tried to clean the tank as best we could. We got it pretty clean. You can see here we're putting back on the petcock, and we're going to put it back on the bike. All in all, we still think the tank is in pretty good shape, and it should be fine for the future. So up next is really the carburetors. You can see in this image, the carburetors are on the bike. After talking to Jeff for a while, we decided we should probably take off the carburetors. Leave a comment down below if you've ever been in a situation like this where a clunker of yours has had a lot of water in it, and what did your fuel system look like? I'd love to know, because what we're about to get into is not good. See here, we got the carbs off the bike. They look like they're in pretty good shape. They look clean. They look like they only have 8,000 miles on them. So, hopeful that these carbs are clean and we don't have to do a whole bunch of work. So, we're going to take the bowls off first and take a look at the jets. I got a feeling it's going to be pretty bad. Let me know what you think. So while I was hopeful, carbs are full of rust and gum. They're in pretty bad shape. We're going to have to take them apart and clean them. Oh my God. So we'll end here for today, but I really want to know about your clunker and if you've ever run into a situation with the fuel system. This is our third clunker project, and it's our third carburetor issue. The boat had some rust in the carburetor, the Suzuki needed to be rejetted, and obviously these carburetors need to be cleaned. So I'd love to hear your stories, and again, thanks for watching Clunker Revival. Please stay tuned for more episodes where we get this bike together and try to save another clunker.